you're not gonna sing that song. I know you're not gonna sing that song.
What up to my true youngin' gang? Of course, it's your girl Lily, yours truly, and today I'm giving you guys part 2 to how I lost my virginity. So if you aren't already subscribed, make sure you smash that subscribe button for me. Make sure you turn those notifications on if you don't have your notification on, because how are you guys going to get notified if we post another video? You know, we'll get lost in the midst of all these other YouTubers, and y'all do not want that, right? Y'all want to be up to date with Lily and Grams, right? So turn those notifications on. Anyways, also thumbs this video up for us and comment down below and let us know what you think at the end of it. So I'm doing this video in natural lighting, you guys. So the sun keep going up and down, up and down, up and down. If it get dark, then y'all just might as well get your little candles and shit, and we just gonna have a little night out or whatever. So anyways, let's get into it. I feel like I kind of be let me just say this before I get into it. Like, I'm not telling anybody to go out here and have sex at a young age or lose your virginity at the age I did. Actually, I be telling you guys that you need to wait to have sex, because sex brings so many emotions and feelings that you won't even be able to deal with, that could wait until you get to an age where you be able to understand why you have these feelings. Because you go out here and you have sex with these people and you feel like you have drugs and you're in love and you really just in lust and don't know what you done got your damn self into. So wait to have sex. Sex is not all that when you're young. It's much better when you're older and you experience and you know what you're doing, okay? So this is my story. I'm not telling you or your children to do it. It's just what happened to me and what I end up doing, okay? Now that we got that out the way. So I told y'all about how I almost lost it at first and all that, blah blah blah. Click the link down below and go look at the first video, because I ain't finna get on into the details. But now I'm in the 9th grade. I was going to Red Bank High School, and me and my mom, we had to move out of our home. We stayed in this hood called Highland Park. We had to move out of our house because, like, the sewer tank had busted in the backyard or whatever. So we had to move to this place that was across the street from the projects, which was called the West Side. And these apartments were called the Elks, which they the projects too. I consider them the projects now. But back then you couldn't tell me that these are the projects, because I didn't want to be feeling like that we was living in some projects. But we was living in some projects, okay? So we lived in these apartments called the Elks that was across from the West Side. So I ended up begging my mama to not go to the high school I was supposed to go to, that all my friends went to, because I used to get into a lot of fights and people just didn't like me. And that's a whole nother story time. Like, girls just did not like me, okay? So I begged her to go to this different school because I wanted to be able to make new friends and just, you know, not be bullied, basically. So I went to this school. I'm in the 9th grade, but I was already talking to this boy that I had started talking to over the summer. And I'm going to call this boy Canon, okay? We're just going to call him Canon, because Canon was bad as hell. He was in the streets. He didn't go to school. He was in like 2 grades behind me, I think. And I'm thinking he was in them grades behind me because he had flunked probably 3 grades before that. Y'all, the boy just was out of control. And they always say that good girls like bad guys, and that was me. I did not want anybody who was good for me at that time, because I don't know, like, when I look back now, I'm like, why the fuck was I attracted to him? But I was attracted to him, so it is what it is. But anyways, Canon used to not be at school and stuff. So me and Canon have been talking all summer. I'm in high school now. I'm feeling grown. Everybody around me pretty much having sex and stuff like that. But I'm not saying that I was just ready to have sex, because I had already tried to have sex. So I'm just like, I wasn't trying to have sex because everybody around me was having sex, is what I'm saying. I was just like at a point where I'm like, I want to have sex. I want to be rebellious. This is what I want to do. So because I knew I was going to plan on having sex, I decided to schedule an appointment at my nearest health department because I was going to get on birth control because Lily was the person that did not want no kids. Yes, I said it. I did not want kids, you guys. I knew I didn't want kids at a young age because I just planned on going off to college and living my life and being free and fine. That's what I wanted to do. So I made an appointment at the health department and I was going to skip school, and my homegirl, I'm going to call her KK. My homegirl KK, she decided she was going to skip school with me and we was going to go to the health department and I was going to get birth control. So when you get birth control, you know you have to be on your period, right? So I skipped school that day for no reason because I was going to get the shot. In order to get the shot, you got to be on your period. It has to be the first day of your period. So she was like, when it's the first day of your period, you come back and I'm going to give you the shot and blah, blah, blah. So I had to skip school again. And I'm waiting to have sex until I know I'm on birth control and stuff like that. So I waited until my period came back. I skipped school again. I was supposed to get on the bus, and instead I got on the Carter bus and I rode downtown and I went and got my birth control shot. So everybody has different symptoms when it comes to this depot shot. You know what I'm saying? So some people blow up, some people lose weight, some people hair fall out, some people have mood swings, and some people like me, they bleed the entire time. So I'm thinking, you know, my period finna come off and I'm finna just get it in. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm finna smash. We finna be getting it in. Think again. So my period had went away after I had been bleeding for about 2 weeks, I want to say. My period had finally went away. It had finally lightened up. I'm like, okay, the weekend coming. This is my chance. You know, his sister, Canon's sister, stay in the project. So my mama never let me go outside, you guys. That's a whole nother story too. She never let me go outside. I could barely even sit on the porch. Like my mama was real strict. So I'm like, I'm gonna say I'm at one of the friends' house that my mama done met, and she, you know, gonna let me go over there, or say I'm walking to the dollar store or something like that. It had to be something. I don't know how I got this lie or how I was able to get into this project and have enough time to try to have sex. You know what I'm saying? So we finna go down Canon's sister house, and I'm not bleeding at all. But we get in his sister house. He got the condom and stuff, and we laying down. We finna try to have sex, and
Cannon was packing.
Canon was like one of them little hood niggas that was like nigga, is that a leg? Nigga, that's another leg. Like, this nigga had a whole nother leg. So I'm like, oh gosh, I already fucked my life up before it even got started. Like, my life is just fucked up. I don't know where this thing is gonna fit at because I just don't know. But y'all, we started to get off our clothes and stuff, and you know, I done been with him this long, so of course I'm thinking I'm in love. We go together, we in love, and we finna get it in, and this and that. So he gets on top of me and stuff, and you know, he going to put it in, and it's hurting, and I'm just like, oh shit, like, do sex feel like this? Like, is this what sex is supposed to feel like? And it was just like, it was some pain, like this some torture. Like I think I should have rethought this. I should have thought about this later. Like, this ain't what I want. Like, I didn't imagine it to be like this. So it was painful, and we getting it in, but you guys, I started to bleed. Not your cherry pop bleed. Like, that would have just been a little blood. That was like, no, y'all, like gush blood. Like, I'm on my full period blood. Like, crazy blood. Like, nasty ass blood. Like y'all, I bled all over this boy. For real. Like, it was so freaking nasty. And he's like, we young at the time, and it's just like, what the hell you done did to me, girl? Like, what's going on, you know? And it was not the cherry. My cherry had not popped. It was not my cherry pop. I really was bleeding on this guy, and it was the birth control. So I had noticed that for the past 2 weeks, I would bleed, I would not bleed. I would bleed, I would not bleed. So here I was bleeding on him. And it was so embarrassing. I was so embarrassed, and I was so ashamed, and I'm so scared. And I'm just like, oh my God, like, he ain't gonna ever talk to me again because I'm gonna bleed all over him in his little thing or whatever. So I'm just not gonna ever have sex, and it's just not meant for me, and sex is just not meant for me. But I went back to the doctor. No, y'all, I ended up having to tell my mama that I was bleeding like this, and because I felt so bad, I used to be so guilty, and I told my mama that I skipped school and went to get birth control, and it was crazy because she was about to get ready to take me to get some birth control because I was finna be 15 and stuff like that or whatever. No, I was finna be 16. I was 15 at this time, and she was like, because she felt like I needed birth control at 16. And it was just a whole lot. But yeah, I ended up losing my virginity. And I ended up having to get on the pill to stop me from bleeding. And then after that, I ended up really giving it to Canon. And me and Canon ended up smashing like a lot to be young. And I was just doing a lot of rebellious ass shit, y'all. I was skipping school. Me and Canon, my grandmama came. My grandma was like 83, y'all. She had found out that I skipped school one time because I missed the Carter bus. Like, oh my God, it's a long story. I got in trouble. They picked me up. I got my ass beat. Y'all, if y'all want to hear them story times about just the rebellious shit that I done when I was a teenager, then comment down below and let me know what y'all may want to hear. And I could tell y'all, but that's how I lost my virginity for the second time. And I really lost my virginity that time. And it was on and popping for a little young hot thing known as Thoughtly Wanton, as Erica would say. So that's how I lost my virginity. I hope you guys liked the story, and comment down below, let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you guys on another video. Deuces.
Sit down, be humble. Sit down, be humble. Bitch, sit down, be humble. Sit down.